You are listening to Real Career Talk, the podcast. I'm your host, Sherry Sims, founder of Black Career Women's Network, where career empowerment is our focus and helping you to thrive professionally is our purpose. You are listening to episode 13, and we're going to be talking today about the hashtag that has been trending all over Twitter for the last 48 hours, Black Women at Work. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this is Sherry Sims, founder of Black Career Women's Network, and we're going to be talking about this wonderful hashtag that has been trending for the last 48 hours, which is Black Women at Work. Now, I will say that this is a hashtag that has been around for a while, but we definitely want to thank Miss Brittany Packnett, and you can find her on Twitter at Miss Pack YETTI, Packyetti, for really breathing some life into this hashtag. And so I'm so happy for that. And I thank her so much for her tweet that she sent out that really just started this wildfire of Black women across the country sharing their experiences via Twitter. It definitely has been an eye-opener, not only just for women in, working women in the communities, but also for white America, right? To really recognize and understand what we have been going through. We always known to talk about some of our challenges and experiences in the workplace, which is part of the reason why Black Career Women's Network is here, is because we have our own stories to share in terms of what we've been through as well. And all of us are Black career women. So these women who were on Twitter for the last 48 hours sharing their experiences, hey, they're Black career women too. So we're really on here to kind of dive in a little bit deeper. And I did a Twitter chat earlier today around noontime to talk about, okay, yes, we have raised awareness about Black women at work and some of the biases and the marginalizations that we have experienced at various times in our careers. So, but what are going to be some of the solutions that we are going to start looking at? How can we shift the trajectory in terms of the microaggressions that we do experience or we have experienced at some point in our career. So some of the things that the women talked about on Twitter was talking about how we need to be the change agents for that, and how we need to help people who are in the workplace to change the perceptions they have of us, and helping them to understand it's not okay for you to blurt out certain things when it comes to stereotyping us. It's not okay for you to call us certain names, or to make fun of our hair, or if it's okay to overlook us in terms of, we do have something to say and we do have a voice. And so how do we change these things? Because one of the realities is that, human resources, I come from that world, so I can say this, and I don't care what human resources person is listening to this today, not every human resources department is going to be for the employees. There are human resources departments who are specifically there to be an advocate for and protect the organization, the companies. And so when you know that information, how are you going to go about creating change in your workplace? And so that's a really, really good question. You can only do so much in terms of, dealing with yourself and how you handle that. But if it's a place that you really enjoy working, but you're having some challenges with that, you need to be the change agent. And how are you going to go about doing that? So I think for the first part that, one, let's not internalize the things that we've experienced in the workplace, because I think that happens a lot to us as Black women. We have to internalize what has happened to us, what we've experienced, what was said to us, what had happened to us, whether we were overlooked for a promotion, maybe there was a certain comment that were made, maybe we didn't get the credit we deserved, whatever the case may be. We sometimes can internalize that information versus looking at how we can be empowered by that. So I wanted to share with women who are listening to this podcast right now is that stop internalizing the things that you're experiencing and look at them for that it's not really anything that you're doing, that the problem is not you, the problem is them and their perceptions, not only just of you, but probably just of Black women overall. We know the media plays a huge part in the perceptions of how, certain people look at us or how they perceive us. And we're not all that way. So we have to not only just work twice as hard as the saying goes to really accomplish what we want to, but then we also try to be very mindful of how we speak and how we present ourselves in the workplace. And yes, it's called code switching, we all know. But with some of us are very mindful of that. And then some of us just don't give a damn. And that's okay. Not every workplace is going to be very hard in terms of that. You've got some who embrace us in what we bring to the table in terms of our culture and diversity. Wearing our hair natural and things like that. You do have some workplace environments who very much embrace that. And for those of you who are in those work environments, we are happy for you, and definitely kudos to you for finding a place that is not bringing that type of emotional stress to your workplace, because it can impact your emotional psyche in a way to where you are stressed, or where you are maybe overthinking things too much in terms of how you're being perceived. So I think that this definitely has been a great 48 hours. And I will tell you guys, I have been on Twitter like nonstop for the last 2 days, looking at all of the hashtag Black Women at Work comments from women, retweeting, commenting on what they've said, sharing, of course, with other platforms that I have, helping to also raise awareness about the hashtag. Now, one of the things that's great about this is last week I did a webcast with the editor-in-chief of Essence Magazine, Vanessa Del Luca, and we talked about this very topic, which is Black women at work. And Black women at work is the first time I really had saw this hashtag is from Essence when they did a Black women at work luncheon, probably back in 2015, and they were tweeting about it. That's the first time I had saw the hashtag myself personally. But because Essence, of course, is all about empowering Black women, it was very appropriate, I felt like, for them to have a luncheon in reference to that. So kudos to them, and I know that they're very pleased to see that this is also a trending topic as well for their viewers and readers. So one of the things I want you to think about from this is that if you're not someone who is on Twitter currently, that's okay. Go look at someone else's Twitter line. And I think it'd be great for you to at least put in the hashtag Black Women at Work and just scroll through all the different comments that Black women have made in terms of things they have experienced in the workplace. And I will guarantee you will find quite a few that you probably have experienced yourself that are either similar or exactly the same. So I definitely would think about taking some time to look at that. I mean, I couldn't stop scrolling. I could not stop reading these different experiences that the women had, because it was, some of them made me mad, and then some of them actually were empowering, because at the same time, I think a lot of us do not feel like that others are experiencing what we've experienced, that we're on this lonely island by ourselves. And that hashtag actually showed us that we are not alone. Now, I've always said that. I've been saying it as far as when we do events and things like that with Black Career Women's Network. However, it's the truth is that now, from having this national visibility about the biases and the marginalization that we experience in the workplace, I think it also helps. It's very lethargic very cathartic for other women too, because Black women, because they get to see that they're not alone, that they are able to utilize this hashtag to share something, or maybe feel better about something they went through, because now they're not alone. So I think it definitely has been a blessing to raise the awareness. I also think that it's been very good therapeutic for some women as well. And I also think that it will continue, that, you can definitely count on us here at Black Women's Network to keep the conversation going in terms of Black women at work, and then how we can continue to try to find ways to create solutions to what we have experienced through this Twitter wildfire, and how we can raise awareness in the workplace from this as well. And so I think that overall, again, Brittany, thank you so much. I have to say thank you for putting that tweet out there and blazing the fire. fire. And then I have to also say this. Let's thank Mr. Bill O'Reilly. Let's thank him for the ignorance that he showed on his, for the comment that he made, because I think without that comment, and of course, Maxine Waters is, a class act. What she stated on her CNN video was it was perfect. It was perfect. Stay focused on the issues and forget what he's saying, because he doesn't have any credibility anyway with his past or his how he's behaved and how he has really put himself in a position to just be horrible. And so I think that, thank you, Bill Riley, for your ignorance, because your ignorance actually opened up the dialogue and, helped Brittany to put that tweet out there. And then it also helped other women to share their experiences, and it also helped other women to know that they're not alone. So I just wanted to say that, and I don't give a damn who doesn't like it. But I think that from this point on, let's continue to share our experiences in the workplace. And if you're not part of Black Career Women's Network, please, sign up on our email list and, follow us on Twitter or Instagram or in our Facebook group and become a part of the conversation. Share what you know. Share your advice. How have you overcome a microaggression in the workplace? How have you overcome being biased? And experiencing a bias in the workplace, or just overall. The thing is that women want to know how they can break their glass ceiling. They don't want to hit a brick wall and then feel like they have nowhere else to go in their careers. As a Black woman, we know we have so many hurdles that we have to jump over just to be able to accomplish the goals that we want to achieve professionally. And yes, we can't have it all. So, be that person that's going to help to inspire another Black woman. Be that person who is going to help another Black woman understand or realize, motivate, or help her to clear the smoke and see that there is sun at the end of the other side, and help her with that. Because you have a lot of women out there who are thinking they have no way out, and they get stuck in where they are. And then that's just a downhill spiral to nowhere. So I want to thank you guys for listening. And please, you can follow me at Twitter at BCW Network CEO. You can also follow us on Twitter at our national handle, which is BCW Network. And please, if you have a topic you'd like for me to talk about on our podcast, please, again, you can tweet me or you can send me an email at ssims@bcwnetwork.com. Again, I want to thank you guys for listening. Remember, share that hashtag Black Women at Work, because that's what we are. And I will talk to you on the next Real Career Talk, the podcast.